How's it going, everybody? Peter here, and a warm welcome to my latest model train review video. Folks, this model train is 43 years old, and it was made at roughly the same time I was born, and there's only a few days between when I was born and when this was released off the production line. So, okay, this is the 1980 Hornby Railways, Caledonian Railways 040 steam engine. So, and another thing as well, folks, let's just zoom out. This is my very first model train that I've ever purchased off Facebook. And yes, folks, I'm on Facebook as well, so if you want to connect with me on there, I do have a page, although it's mostly about life coaching and stuff, but I do share my model train hobbies and that on there too. But honestly, this is my very first Facebook marketplace purchase, and I bought this one from a guy in Bristol, and it was a very fast delivery. I'll tell you something, from that experience, I'd have no problems in buying from Facebook in the future. Okay, details are as follows. This one is the Hornby Railways R057 Caledonian 040 Loco saddle tank, and this one, folks, was released in June 1980, and this one comes with the paperwork to prove it. So, without further ado, let's get the lid open then. And the flap does have its missing on this side, and I can see why. I would say the previous owner, or the first owner that bought this, cut off the flap with the 3 to 5 S tokens that you used to get on these Hornby Railways models, and you'd send those in to Hornby and they would send you some cool stuff. Not sure what it was, as I never really used it, but to be honest, I bet it was interesting and kind of awesome. So let's just unbox this model then, shall we, folks? Okay, before we move any further, I'm just going to cover the instructions, and let's look at the date stamp issue. No, the reference number is R057. That matches the box, so this is the original instructions that comes with the locomotive, and the issue date on this one is the 16th of June 1980, and this was a few days after I was born, as I was born in the same year. So this locomotive at the time of doing this review is 43 and a half years old, or at least anyways. So this is your general instructions, locomotive operation and maintenance. This is just general, folks. It shows you steam locomotives here, like the brake pipes and stuff, they just clip on, and over here, and we turn it this way around, locomotive lubrication and all that good stuff, and it shows you the ring filled motors and all that. Depending on the locomotive you have, these were just general instructions really, and I can see why Hornby done that. It was to keep costs down, but to be truthful, nowadays it's not really viable to do that anymore, because there is so many different and quite complex drive lines and mechanisms for each class of locomotive that nowadays, with the Hornby modern stuff, they have to have their own dedicated instructions for obvious reasons. Okay, so what do we have here then? This locomotive comes with this fireman, complete with a shovel. Obviously it's unpainted, but that's how it came, folks, and that can just be placed there. So that brings us now to the good stuff. And by the way, there is no push through holes, so I'm just going to have to be very careful how I get this one out of the box. And just like with the 2020 issued, based 1980 tank locomotive that was a Smoky Joe that I did around 2021-2022. This is the original 1980 model, and it does have the metal wrap round handrail on the back, as it just clips inside and it's like that. However, they don't really use this kind of detail anymore on the Smoky Joe and stuff. It's just an open back, but this one does have the extra metal handrails, so I'm happy with that. And we do have the safety valve, the whistle, and obviously the stack or the funnel that just lets off the smoke and stuff. And it's a very nice model for 1980. And underneath it says at the bottom there, Hornby, made in Great Britain, and it does have the driven wheels at the front with, I believe it is, I think it's a Type 7 motor, not entirely sure, or it's something like that, but 43 years old, and I can confirm that this does run great. So, just going to place it onto the track temporary, folks. So it's now time for us to move on to the close-ups and the full rotation, and then we shall have some serious fun with the performance test. And to be quite frankly honest, I really am looking forward to doing this one. And it is the first steam locomotive review to come of 2024. Okay folks, it's now time to commence on with the close-ups, and as you can see there, it is an absolutely stunning tank engine from 1980, and it really does look cool. Even by today's standards, it's still a nice tank engine, and I'm glad I paid for this what I did. But obviously, factoring in that these models are no longer available brand new, and the conditions will vary, and it depends on the seller. So shop about. You can buy these anywhere between £20 to £50. I paid a good price for this one, so I'm happy. And this one will be staying in my personal collection because I just love that Caledonian blue. And this one is a Scottish locomotive, so I like to have a mix of various locomotives and cover many different regions on this channel. So what I'm going to do before we go any further, I'm just going to do the thumbnail just to capture that for the benefit of this channel. So let's take the camera, let's unlock the tripod, so let's zoom in on the front. So we've got the stack at the front, and we've got the boiler, and we've got another boiler with the safety valves on the top, and we've got the single tone whistle. There is no glazing on this locomotive, but it is from 1980 folks. It is the same age as me almost, and it does have the extra handrail on the back, which is a very nice touch. I really do like this, and all the draw gear and everything is intact, and it is such a very nice wee tank engine, you know. But in truth, I don't have the correct carriages to go with this, but so for that, when we do the performance test, I will just use the LMS maroon carriages because it can handle them, and this locomotive is stronger than it looks. So folks, let's move on to the full rotation then. It's now time to move on to the full rotation folks, and without further ado, let's zoom out a wee bit and let's do a full clockwise rotation here. A very nice model all round, and I probably will fit the fireman into the cab with a wee bit of black tack, as it does populate it. There is no driver figure, as it never came with one, as far as I know, but the detail, it is acceptable, but this is from 1980 folks, so it won't have all the latest mod cons that other newer steam engines do. But for me, this is perfectly acceptable, and I really do like this one. I'm pleased to say that all the draw gear and everything is immaculate, and this is in very good to excellent condition for its age of 43 years old, folks, and it still runs almost as new. So there we go, folks. That's very much the rotation done, and the detail is very much self-explanatory. So let's move on to the next part, and that will be the performance test. And let's have some fun, folks. Okay, folks, it's now time to commence on with the most fun part of my reviews, and the bit I love to do best, and that is to commence with the performance test. So we do have our 3 LMS Stanier coaches, so we'll just turn that up to about 30% power. That's about 4 volts. So we'll increase that all the way to 50% power, and you will see for yourself just how smooth this 040 tank engine really is. And can you hear how almost silent it is as well when it's running? So let's come back a wee bit just with a zoom, and we'll get more of it in the view. But I'm going to be honest with you, folks, it really is a nice, smooth running tank engine, and I would say it has been well looked after, as there is no damage or anything to the model. I'm just going to put the box back together, as we do have the instructions and all that in there, but I believe when the model was originally boxed at the factory, it would have that card over the perspex that would say remove for display, so you would have to put the instructions into the underside of the box, as that's the way they were packed when these were new back in 1980. But just look at that, folks, silky smooth running. Not bad for 43 years old. It's almost the same age as me. Well, I'm 43, and there's only a few days difference between when I was born and when this one was released from the Margate factory in England, as this was one of the older made in Margate, Kent model trains as part of the Hornby Railways range. So this is another retro 00 gauge model train review, and to be honest with you, folks, I absolutely love doing these reviews. Another thing as well, these 040 tank engines are relatively inexpensive, and they are a good way to get started into the hobby of model trains. And I really do like this Caledonian Railways colours, the blue. It just looks really, really cool on this tank engine. And by the way, folks, this is exactly 50% power. And this is ran straight from the box. Although I did give it a wee test before doing this review, just to make sure that everything is working as it should be. But honestly, folks, what a stunning runner. It's a very nice smooth runner, straight from the box. It's almost silent running as well. No excessive noise caused by the vibrations from a loose fitting body shell, unlike on the Class 08 diesel shunter, as that one was noisier, but that was due to the vibrations from the chassis to the loose fitting body shell. And the thing is, folks, with these older Hornby model trains, most of them, they are just a light clip fit. There is no screws or bolts or anything, and that's why the Lima HSTs run so smooth and almost silent as well, is because there is no space for the vibrations from the motor to rattle the body shell. Just to be frankly honest there, folks, that's why some of the model trains that I've done have been noisier than others, because there is no flush fitment to absorb the vibration that is caused by the motor on the chassis, of which is the case with some of these model trains. But just look at that, folks. No traction tyres or anything like that. It just runs superb, straight from the box. And to be honest with you, I really am enjoying this one. So let's just see how long we've been filming here, folks. So just over 5.5 minutes, so we will film for another 4.5 minutes at least, just to get the first 10 minutes in, okay? So it is what it is, and I really do enjoy doing these reviews. Okay, so far so good. I'm happy to see the performance. It's running really well, and it's only been run for about, let's say, 7 minutes in this first part of the performance test. I'm impressed, I will admit that. I'm very impressed with the smoothness, and this is exactly 50 cent/car, so it might be a wee bit higher than the scale speed, but back in the days these were named as pocket rockets because these 040 steam and diesel locomotives that Hornby released in the 1980s and even in the 1990s, they had an insane top speed. So if you ran this at full power, 12 volts, unless you had very shallow curved track, these locomotives would take off. They would derail if you ran them at full power, unless you had a very large model railway with more than 4th radius curved track. That's all I'm going to say on that front. I would say this track, this Kato, is about 5th radius. Come to think of it, I'd say it's 5th radius curves this track is on this test loop. For the reasons is, I can fit the 4th and 3rd radius curve track from Hornby inside this Kato looper track. Obviously, I would need to lay some A4 paper down if I were to run trains, but that's how generous this overlay track really is. So I'd say this Caddo track, and when I used to have the twin Caddo track, when I had the twin loops, I would say that was equivalent to 5th and 6th radius curves on this track. And that's why I can almost run anything on this Caddo looper track with minimal issues. That's my phone going off. Just bear with me, just going to put this on mute. I really don't want to be disturbed when I'm doing these reviews. That's not the first time I've forgotten to put this on mute, but no big deal. I'm just going to mute this, and there we go. I can continue to do this review with no interruptions. So there we go. Let's just check, see how long I've been filming here, folks. So we're just over 10 minutes now. One more pass, we'll switch the camera to another angle, and then we'll start winding down this review after a few laps in the other angle, as that's the norm on my reviews. There we go, folks. Just to show another angle of this gorgeous tank engine from Tonby Railways. It really is getting lively now, as we've had the first 10 minutes in the front view angle. So it's been running for 10 minutes already in this performance test, and I've got to be honest, I'm loving this one. I do love these tank engines, and steam trains are beginning to grow on me. Obviously, some of the ones I did last year, they did not stay in my collection, as I have this policy that with some model trains, I just review them and then I sell them on, just to make room to cover other model train reviews and stuff, you know. But that's just me, folks. I'm not sure if anyone that runs hobby stores or anything are watching these videos, but I'm open to collaborations. So if anyone from, well, watching these videos wants me to do a review of any of their model trains and stuff, I'm sure we can work something out, because I would be open to collaborations with model train stores around the UK and stuff, you know. So basically, what I'm currently thinking of doing is that if there's a model train store that wants to collaborate with me, and because I do have almost 10,000 subscribers on this channel, and I'm really pleased with that. That's a big audience, and basically I'm thinking of ways of bringing more content to the channel. So I'd be happy to do reviews of model trains if there's any model train shops that wanted to send me any trains to do a review of, and then I'll just send them back with special delivery. So the contact details are in the video description, and I do have a channel email address, so it would be great to do some collaborations in the future, just to really drum up the content and stuff, because I really want to take this channel to new heights, you know. So if there is anyone that owns a model train store and you want me to do a review of your model trains and stuff, feel free to reach out. I do have this looper track for 00 gauge, and I do have a basic N scale model train layout as well, of which you may have seen on my Saturday reviews. So let's see what happens, and in the future, once I do build my large 00 gauge model train layout that I want to do, that'll be even better. Anyway folks, as you know, I do my reviews from the 3 principles of honesty, integrity and morality, and to be quite frankly honest, that's the way I do things. I've never really thought about doing video collaborations with others in the community before, but it would be great to network with like-minded people and stuff, you know. And one thing you will notice, I do look after my model trains and stuff, and I treat things with high respect and all that. And this track is designed to be used on the floor, as it's high enough off the carpet not to get any burrs or anything in the mechanisms. But what I'm working on in the future and that, once I get moved to a larger place, I am going to have a proper 6 feet by 4 feet model railway for starters, and I'm going to get to work on that large model railway that I want to do as a personal challenge to me, and I will cover that in future videos as well. So I'm quite excited about my future, you know. And to be honest, I haven't forgotten you guys either. For those of you that give me your support and that, and your comments and stuff, I haven't forgotten you, and I won't. It's just that I want to give something back. I want to give something back that's more meaningful than that, you know. And also, when I have a proper 00 gauge model railway, I can really make some awesome running sessions and stuff, and I can do more model train videos and stuff and all that, you know. And it'd be more fun to have a proper model railway, because to be honest, I'm getting a bit bored of this looper track on the floor, to be honest with you, and I do want to have something a bit more meaningful. So once I get moved, then I can do a lot more larger and better things, you know. So I'm looking forward to the future. Anyway folks, let's just check to see how long we've been filming here. So we've been filming for 7 minutes. One more pass and we'll start reeling it in, okay? Okay folks, let's start winding it in then, shall we? Well, what I'm going to say is details and features, I'm going to give that a 4 out of 5. Performance, silky smooth, no jerkiness, no stuttering, no slipping. And this is at 6 volts, 50% power. And even this tank engine can handle these 3 LMS coaches with no issues. It's all there to see. Silky smooth. And this is a 43-year-old model train, folks. So, absolutely impressed with this one. So folks, I'm going to give that a 4 out of 5 on details and features. I'm going to give performance 5 out of 5. I'm going to give quality 5 out of 5. And the price, I'm very happy with the price I paid for this one too. It was a bargain, so I'm happy. I'm going to give that a 5 out of 5 too. But as I always say, folks, shop about, look for the best deal, and make your money go furthest and work for you. Okay? Anyway, folks, that concludes this review of the Caledonian 040 tank engine, and it's my first steam locomotive review to come of 2024, and I look forward to doing many more in the future, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Please do let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I do read and respond to all comments, and I do love making these reviews and sharing them with you, you know, as it's what I do best, creativity. Anyway, folks, that's all for now. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, all the best, God bless, and I will see yous in the next one.